Hello everyone. I am Bисенова R A, senior lecturer of Kızılorda State University, named after Ortata. Welcome to the lecture on the discipline insurance. Today, we will consider insurance of financial risks. Here we can see the definition of financial risk. Financial risks are the likelihood of unforeseen financial losses, a decrease in the anticipated profit, a decrease in expected income, a loss of part or all of the capital, in a situation of uncertainty about the conditions of the financial activity of the enterprise. Insurance of financial risks is the protection of the property interests of the enterprise in the event of an insured event by special insurance companies from the money funds formed by them by receiving insurance premiums from insurers. In the process of insurance to the company provides insurance coverage for all major types of its financial risks, both systematic, market risk, and unsystematic, special risk. Systematic risks are risks that cannot be mitigated or predicted in many cases. Thus, one must understand that it's impossible to foresee or protect oneself from this type of risk. Unsystematic risks are those risks that affect some component parts of assets and can be mitigated using well-known diversification methods. Systematic risks. Examples of such risk include an increase in various interest rates, as well as changes in legislation. Unsystematic risk. An example of this type of risk may be a strike of employees or a change in the course of management decisions. Further, we will consider the classification of financial risk. The insurance services offered on the market that provide insurance for the financial risks of an enterprise are: first, according to the forms of insurance, it's divided as follows. Compulsory insurance. It's a form of insurance based on the legislative obligation to implement it, both for the insured and for the insurer. The main object of compulsory insurance at enterprises is its assets, which are part of its operating fixed assets. Voluntary insurance. It characterizes the form of insurance based on a voluntary contract between the insured and the insurer, based on the insurer's interest of each of them. Second, for insurance objects, the current practice in the country identifies the following groups. Property insurance. It covers almost all the main types of tangible and intangible assets of the enterprise. Liability insurance. Its object is the liability of the enterprise and its personnel to third parties who may suffer financial and other types of damage as a result of any action or inaction of the insured. Personal insurance. It covers life insurance for the company by its employees, as well as possible cases of their loss of ability to work, the onset of disability, and others. The following groups are distinguished by insurance volumes. Full insurance. It provides insurance coverage for the enterprise from the negative consequences of financial risks in their entirety upon the occurrence of an insurance event. Partial insurance. It limits the insurance protection of the enterprise from the negative consequences of financial risks, both by certain insurance amounts and by a system of specific conditions for the occurrence of an insurance event. Fourth, according to the used insurance systems, there are insurance the real value of property, insurance by the system proportional of liability, insurance by the system of first risk, insurance with use conditional franchise, insurance with use unconditional franchise. Fifth, by type of insurance in the process of its classification, there are property insurance, indirect financial risk insurance, financial guarantees insurance, credit risk insurance or risk of calculations, investment risk insurance, deposit risk insurance. Summarizing the above, it should be noted that financial risk insurance plays an important role not only within the framework of a specific operating economic entity, but also on the scale of the domestic economy as a whole. For example, one of the common types of financial risk that is actively applied abroad is insurance against interruptions in production. In Kazakhstan, the need for insurance of this type of risk is no less important, since interruptions in production not only destabilize the activity of a local enterprise, but also violate the integrity of the economy of the whole country, stopping the process of movement of economic goods and services. As you know, the worldwide COVID-19 pandemic has affected not only the health of thousands of people, but also the economies of the countries. Thus, the need for financial risk insurance is very important, which determines the huge prospects for the development of this industry of insurance and higher potential, which provides a wide and profitable field of activity of modern Kazakhstan insurance entities. Lecture is over. Thank you for attention.